So many people have asked me, what do the royal family's medals represent and why do they have them? You'll be surprised to know that not a lot of people actually know why the royal family have medals, and this is because it's not really talked about that much, but in this video I'm going to be exploring why the royal family have them and what they actually represent. So some people these days seem to think that the royal family just give these medals out willy-nilly, they just do something, they do an amazing job and they get a medal. That's not true at all. They actually have to do something to earn these medals. While some of these medals are actually given by the monarch to a member of the royal family that has served in, a jubilee or a coronation, they've actually got military medals. So the royal family have actually earned some of their medals via serving. Some of them they serve in the jubilee and get a medal, or serve in the coronation and get a medal, but some of them have actually served in the military and therefore have military medals. So yes, they get awarded these medals just like any other serviceman or woman that has served in either the navy or the army or anything like that. So people will be surprised to know that King Charles, our current monarch, is actually a veteran. After completing a history degree from the University of Cambridge, King Charles served in the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy from 1971 to 1976. As for King Charles's eldest son, Prince William, in 2008 he graduated from the Royal Air Force College in Cranwell, and in early 2009 he joined the RAF Search and Rescue Force, and he served as a full-time pilot with the East Anglian Air Ambulance for 2 years, starting in July 2015, so he served as well. And as for the Princess Royal, who is often seen in military uniform and wearing her medals, she actually holds those because of her various titles and jobs within the Royal Navy. So obviously, traditionally, women were not allowed to actually serve in the Royal Armed Forces and stuff like that. Obviously, the rules have changed now, women are allowed to serve, but regardless of, no training and stuff, Princess Anne does dedicate herself to service. So yes, anyway, so on to the next part of this video, where we're going to be looking in depth at these medals and who actually has them, as well as what these medals are actually awarded for. So up first on our list we have the King's Service Order, which was previously known as the Queen's Service Order, and it was established by royal warrant of the late Queen Elizabeth II on the 13th of March 1975, and it's used to recognise valuable voluntary service to the community and faithful services to the Crown or similar services within the public sector. So there are currently two members of the royal family that actually hold this medal. It's King Charles III and his sister, the Princess Royal. Next up, we're going to mention the Jubilee medals. So these are medals that are commemorative medals from the Jubilee. They're not service medals. They're not military service medals. They're sort of commemorative honorary medals given to those that have played a part, usually big parts in the Jubilee. So up next we have the late Queen Elizabeth II's Coronation Medal, and this is a commemoration medal given to those that served within her coronation, and currently King Charles III and Princess Anne were awarded this medal for taking part in the late Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, which happened on the 2nd of June in 1953, so King Charles would have been 4 and Princess Anne would have been 2. So King Charles III and his sister Princess Anne would have been way too small to actually physically serve within the late Queen Elizabeth II's coronation. King Charles III and his sister Princess Anne were probably given these medals by the late Queen Elizabeth II because they took part in the coronation in some way. King Charles III actually did attend the late Queen's coronation, and he was only 4 at the time. Up next we have the late Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee Medal, and this is another commemorative medal that's given to members of the royal family or members of the public that served during the Jubilee, and King Charles III, Prince Edward and Princess Anne have this medal. So up next we have the late Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee Medal, another one of the Jubilee medals and another commemorative medal that is given to members of the public, members of the armed forces, members of the army, members of the royal family that have all served during the Golden Jubilee. And to give you an example of what members of the royal family have this medal, King Charles III has this medal, Prince Edward has this medal, as does Princess Anne, Prince William, Prince Harry and the Duke of Kent. So yes, you probably noticed that these members of the royal family are not the only ones to have these medals. Loads of members of the royal family have these medals, but yes, we're just mentioning the most senior ones that have the medals we've just mentioned, or the medals that we're going to mention in this video. Just give you an example of what members of the royal family have these medals. Another one of the Jubilee medals is the late Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee Medal, again another commemorative medal given to members of the armed forces or members of the royal family. So yes, according to reports, members of the royal family that have this medal are King Charles III, Prince William, Princess Anne or the Princess Royal, the Duke of Edinburgh, and apparently according to the list I have, the Duchess of Edinburgh and the Princess of Wales also eligible for this medal. There is a lot of confusion whether female members of the royal family have medals or not. Well, actually, female members of the royal family do have honorary medals. They are allowed to have medals, they are allowed to wear medals, especially if they have roles within the navy, but they're not military medals. Up next on our list, we have the last Jubilee medal on the list. It is the late Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee medal from her Platinum Jubilee. So again, this is another commemorative medal given to those, including members of the royal family, that have, played a big part within the Jubilee. So here are some examples of some of the members of the royal family that have this medal. King Charles III has this medal, Prince Edward has this medal, as does Prince William, Princess Anne, Prince George and Prince Louis also have this medal, Earl of Wessex has this medal, and yes, the Duchess of Edinburgh, the Princess of Wales and Princess Charlotte could also have this medal, as could Lady Louise, as it is also a honorary medal, not a military medal, so they could be eligible. So up next, we're moving on to some of the military medals, and up first we have the Naval Long Service and Good Conduct Medal, and this is a long service medal awarded to regular members of His Majesty's Naval Service. So the criteria to get one of these medals is basically 15 years of good conduct, and additional bars are awarded for additional periods of 10 years. So a couple of members of the royal family actually have this medal, including King Charles, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, to name a few. So up next, we have the Canadian Forces Decoration, and this is a Canadian award bestowed upon members of the Canadian Armed Forces who have completed 12 years of military service with certain conditions. By convention, it is also given to the Governor-General of Canada upon their appointment, which includes the title of Commander-in-Chief in and over Canada. So out of current members of the royal family that actually have this award, King Charles III and the Duke of Kent both have 3 clasps. So 3 clasps basically means they both served for about 12 years. So up next we have a medal that is no longer awarded anymore, but this is the New Zealand 1990 Commemoration Medal, and this was a commemorative medal awarded in New Zealand in 1990 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi. So yes, obviously King Charles, I think Princess Anne and the Duke of Edinburgh have this award. Up next on our list we are on to orders. So there are 2 orders that the royal family is specifically a part of. It's Order of the Garter and Order of the Thistle. So online, an order has so many different definitions, but when we're talking about members of the royal family or members of the church, we're talking about a rank within that church. So, the Most Noble Order of the Garter is the oldest and most senior order of chivalry in Britain. Each year it is celebrated with a procession and service in the grounds of Windsor Castle. So, a bit of history about the Most Noble Order of the Garter and where it started. So, it started in medieval times by King Edward III after he was really inspired by the tales of King Arthur and the chivalry of the Knights in the Round Table. So obviously after being inspired by this, he made his own group of honourable knights called the Order of the Garter. And they're still going approximately 700 years later. Today, the order includes the King, who is the sovereign of the Garter, several senior members of the royal family, and 24 knights chosen in recognition of their work. Knights of the Garter are chosen personally by the sovereign to honour those who have held public office, who have contributed in a particular way to national life, or who have served the sovereign personally. The patron saint of the Order of the Garter is St. George, who is also the patron saint of England. So up next we have the other order, which is the most ancient and most noble Order of the Thistle, and is an order of chivalry associated with Scotland. So there's a bit of history behind this ancient order. So the date of the foundation of the order is not known, although there is a legend that it was founded in 809. It is possible that a royal order may have been founded by James III, who is responsible for changes in royal symbolism in Scotland. So the King is the sovereign of the order, and appointments made to the order are entirely his personal gift, in recognition of men and women who have held public office or have contributed significantly to national life. In addition to the 16 knights and ladies, the late Queen, the Princess Royal and the Duke of Rothesay, which is the Scottish title of the Prince of Wales, have all been appointed Royal Knights of the Thistle. Up next, we have the Most Honourable Order of Bath, and this is a British order of chivalry founded by King George I on the 18th of May 1725. Recipients of the order are usually senior military officers or senior civil servants, and the monarch awards it on the advice of His Majesty's government. The name derives from an elaborate medieval ceremony for preparing a candidate to receiving his knighthood, of which ritual bathing, which is a symbol of purification, was an element. While not all knights went through such an elaborate ceremony, knights so created were known as Knights of the Bath. King Charles III is the sovereign of this order, and his eldest son, the Prince of Wales, is the Great Master. So up next, we've got the most excellent order of the British Empire, and this is a British Order of Chivalry, rewarding contributions to the arts and sciences, work with charitable and welfare organisations, and public service outside the civil service. So, the Order of the British Empire was established by King George V in 1917 to honour those who had served in a non-combative role, and expanded the order of reward contributions to the arts, sciences, charitable work and public service. So as King Charles III is our current monarch, he is obviously the sovereign of this order. His wife Queen Camilla is the Grand Master of the British Empire, and his daughter-in-law, the Princess of Wales, is currently the Companion of Honour. So up next, we've got another order. This is the Royal Victorian Order, and this is our dynastic order of knighthood established in 1896 by Queen Victoria. It recognises distinguished personal service to the monarch, members of the royal family, or any other senior representative of the monarch. So members of the royal family that are actually part of this order wear a grand star on their clothing. Or they can wear a grand cross on their uniform. This is because this order has a cross and a star emblem. Last but not least, we have the newest medal that's been added to the Royals collection. This is the King Charles III's Coronation Medal. So, King Charles III's Coronation Medal has exactly the same criteria as the previous Jubilee medals. This is given to members of the royal family, members of the army, members of the armed forces, or members of the public that have contributed to King Charles III's coronation. So, obviously, this is another commemorative medal. It's an honorary medal. It's given to members of the royal family and members of the public that obviously contributed to the coronation. So obviously King Charles III will have one, Prince William will have one, his wife will probably have one, his 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis will probably have one. Prince George will probably definitely have one, seeing as he played a starring role in the coronation as a page boy. But yes, everybody that probably played a playing part in the coronation got one. So yes, that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed our easy to understand guide to the royal family, some of the royal family's medals and some of their orders that they have. Obviously, some people don't particularly understand why the royal family have medals, so we hope that answered any of your questions. And yes, we hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!